Hey guys, you want to start your own backyard garden but don't know where to start? Well, in just 2 years, I changed my backyard from this to this amazing garden behind me. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the books I've read to learn how to do this and some of the things I did to get to this point. In these crazy times that we're in with coronavirus, I want to encourage everybody to start their own garden. You don't have to go as big as I did, but when you love food like me and you're always cooking and eating tons of vegetables, you're going to need to grow a lot of vegetables. So I plan on growing a lot more than this. Two books that I would recommend you read if you want to start gardening is one, The Urban Farmer by Curtis Stone, and two, The Market Gardener by Jean-Martin Fortier. I actually listen to them on Audible instead of reading, but that's your preference. But they're great for beginners and people who also would like to take it to another level and actually sell some vegetables. I'm currently not selling vegetables, I'm just growing them for my family. So yeah, this is year 2, guys. I'm excited to show you my garden. Let's check it out. All right, so needed to put up a fence before I started my garden because I have a lot of deer, some groundhogs running around, and rabbits. So they'd be eating up my veggies if I didn't put up this fence. And I got it from a company called Critter Fence, and it's just a basic deer fencing kit. It's made out of plastic, and I just tied it with zip ties. And down here, I got some heavy duty, like metal that goes around it. In case the little critters feel like chewing through my fence, they're not going to be able to chew through this metal stuff down here. All right, come on in. I had to level off my property when I took down my pool. So I got deliveries of yards and yards of soil. They dumped it in my driveway, and we did it wheelbarrow full at a time and dumped it back here and built some beds. I brought in 40 yards total of dirt to get to this point, which is pretty extreme. And I'd encourage you guys to probably just start with some raised beds made out of wood or a small section in your yard that has some good soil that drains well. If you do make a raised bed out of wood, I would recommend that you use untreated wood. This row right here I started first. It's some of my cold hardy stuff. I have some bok choy, some mustard, some chard, some kale, some broccoli, and that's going to be squash right there. It's my first year using this type of plastic mulch, but I'm experimenting and I'm learning new things every year. We get a lot of weeds popping up, and I'm just trying to keep the weed pressure down and have to spend less time weeding. This row right here, I got some radishes that I've already started harvesting. You know, this is May in New York, so things are just starting to grow. We have a short growing season in New York. I wish it was a longer growing season, and I wish New York was just warmer altogether, but it's what I deal with. Been living in New York my whole life and not planning on moving anytime soon. So we got some radishes here, I got spinach, some carrots, arugula, those are some flowers. Then we get into my peas, and then we have some sugar snap peas right here. Getting into doing different types of trellising this year. It's my first year using this type of netting. I'll put links to all this stuff below so you guys can check it out. I get a lot of this stuff from Johnny's. These are my pole beans. They were one of my favorite things that I grew last year. they get big and they produce a lot of beans. So yeah, I had to go big with the trellising, and this thing's gonna go crazy. I'm really excited and I can't wait to show you guys the progress throughout the year. My first year growing sweet potatoes. I had some that died because of cold and I'm getting them reshipped to me, but these are the ones that survived. We'll see how they do. These are gonna be zucchini, starting to pop up. And I got some more flowers here. Really excited about my tomatoes. Just put them in the ground yesterday. Worked hard on putting some strong trellising up because last year my tomatoes, they were falling all over the place. So I recommend if you're gonna grow tomatoes that you get some pretty strong trellising. 16 tomato plants in total. I have a few different varieties. I have some cherry tomatoes here. I have some plum tomatoes. And back here we have some determinate tomatoes that are gonna grow to be about like the on the vine size. Going big on the cucumbers this year. Got about 20 plants growing. Trying to grow some watermelon next to them because I felt like I had the space. We'll see what happens there. Hopefully it doesn't get too crowded. But trying new things, guys. This is only my second year gardening and I'm not intimidated. I'm not scared to fail. You know, I'm not scared to just try something and have it not do well, because most times you're gonna try it and it's gonna work and you'll learn something and you'll do it better next year. My first year growing onions. Use a lot of onions at home when I'm cooking. Excited about that. And this is all lettuce. I've already been harvesting some lettuce and it's great. This variety right here that's big, it's called black-seeded Simpson. This is my first year growing Brussels sprouts. Excited to see how those turn out. Got some more flowers, and then the rest of this row is going to be peppers. I haven't put my peppers out yet. I'm waiting for them to get a little bit bigger. My first year growing asparagus, and it's exciting to see it pop up out of the ground. But asparagus takes time to get established, so I won't be eating this probably for 2 years. Another first for me is raspberries. Super excited. I'm starting to see some leaves growing from these guys right here. So hopefully in about a year or so, maybe earlier, I'll have some raspberries. Some more asparagus here. And this patch, I'm still waiting for my blackberry bushes to come. And back here, we have our fig tree. My wife, she named it Figaro. I set up this overhead irrigation, but I'm really just running it right now when I'm not around. If I go to my summer home for a couple days, I want to make sure that I have a backup to water my garden. But this will water my garden kind of unevenly, so I don't want to rely too much on it. And I primarily just water my garden by hand right now. Just installed these sweet outdoor lights too. I might expand this and do some more. I got them from Amazon and I'll leave links to them below. Here's the timer I use, guys. I like this one. It's very easy to use and set. You get start time, how long, how often. I don't normally run it for 35 minutes, but I'm just playing around with it, seeing how wet certain areas of my garden get. It's also a rain delay button if you want to make sure it doesn't go on for a couple days. Wow, guys, I love walking through my garden and seeing how it's progressing. I hope you are encouraged to start your own. So are you guys ready to start your own garden? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you have any questions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more about the food I love, how I grow it, how I prepare it, and the products I buy. Have a great day. Stay healthy, friends.